If you want a wound to heal, don't pick at the scab. Let time and the healing process take place. And that's what we're trying to do this weekend. This is the first time we've ever gone racing without Billy, and it showed in our performance. Billy honestly has a natural gift for tuning the cars, and without him, the performance suffered on both vehicles. I honestly got lucky when I took out Nick first round on Saturday when his car shut off at about 300 feet. But Saturday into Sunday morning at the street race, tragedy struck for Nick. We'll cover all that more in detail later today in the Street Racing Channel video. But we pulled over, got some sleep at a Walmart parking lot just south of Pilot Mountain, and woke up Sunday morning, took showers, got cleaned up, and got ready to head back on the road. Miss Vicky was the last person to be ready to leave, but that's okay. It takes her a little extra time, and I don't mind that. The dogs were antsy, though. They couldn't wait to get in the truck and get back on the road to head home. While Vicky was curling her hair, the boys were working on putting some new weather stripping on Matt's Cousin Eddie motorhome. But after they got that taken care of and Vicky got her hair fluffed, we were headed north. We really wanted to stop and see Pilot Mountain, but as usual, the trailer and time just wouldn't allow for it. Maybe someday we'll come back with just the Suburban so we can go up there and see that park. Anyway, we stopped at a Flying J just north of Mount Airy, filled up with diesel fuel, and got back out on the road. By the time we make it home, we'll have racked up over 3,000 miles towing this 50-foot trailer with Billy's new Cummins pickup truck. And I'm gonna tell you something. I have absolutely fallen in love with this Dodge. It makes this trip so much easier going up and down 77 into the Carolinas. Anyway, I kind of hung out in the back of the pack as we headed home. I wanted to keep an eye on Tommy and Matt. The Suburban had been leaking a little bit of antifreeze from the intake manifold gaskets at the Walmart parking lot. And Matt's motorhome, well, I don't trust that thing any farther than I can throw it. So we just kind of took it easy, let the kids lead the way home, and enjoyed our time together. The trip home was pretty uneventful. Well, with the exception of dealing with Scrappy. She gets pretty needy, let's just say. And by the time we made it up into West Virginia, June and Scrappy were starting to get a little restless. The trip always feels like it's going a lot faster when the states go by quick. But West Virginia up into Ohio, that's the longest part of the trip. Old Scrap was feeling it. She come up and sat down with Vicky in the front seat, just trying to get comfortable. June's not a problem. She hangs out in the back, but Scrap, she needs a lot of attention, especially on a long ride home. Vicky finally had enough of it, shoved her into the back seat. But about a minute later, she's trying to get on my good side. Vicky had to hold her arm up there to keep her from coming back to the front. Anyway, we pulled over in West Virginia, got a bite to eat, got some fuel, and Vicky was all worked up over the Christmas decorations. She's raring and ready to go as soon as we get home to start decorating at the house. When we made it home, the first thing we did was sit down in the living room and watch our favorite television show. We looked forward to that the whole way home. For November weather, it doesn't get much better than what we had this morning. I could tell by the sun coming through the windows of the bedroom the weather was nice, but old Scrapper made it hard for me to get out of bed. I came down, got me some breakfast, and the dogs were ready to go. They were pestering the crap out of me to get out of the house. Kenny called this morning and he needs to use my truck and trailer to haul a couple of cars for himself today. So first we needed to unload the Falcon and switch the trailer from the Suburban over to my dually. And I've got gravel coming for this mud spot out back that I leveled off the other day. So we really got to get this stuff organized and get it moved out of the way so the gravel delivery can be here later this afternoon. We went ahead and fired the Falcon up, pulled it in the shop, just about the time the UPS truck driver showed up to drop off a package for us. And of course the dogs hit him up for dog treats. That's a never-ending battle for him. After that, Matt headed out in Billy's Silverado pickup truck to Jegs to go pick up a new steering gear box for his Nova. He's having all kinds of trouble with the steering on that car. It just doesn't do what he tells it to do, I guess. I don't know. Allison came out this morning and she's working on orders in the office. And I sat down to organize and put up some of my new shop decorations and hang up some gifts that people brought to us at Darlington. All right, guys, I got a few minutes of peace and quiet out here in the shop this afternoon. That's a rare opportunity. So I thought, well, I've got a second. I'd like to talk to you all a little bit. First, I want to thank everybody who came to see us at Darlington. So many wonderful people, and we just really enjoyed visiting with everybody. We had a great time. I didn't do very well in the truck. Tommy didn't do very well. Matt definitely didn't do very well. And so we'll get into all that and probably Tommy's and Matt's videos. I think Street Racing Channel video, Tommy's working on it right now, and he said it should be up around 7 o'clock tonight. I wouldn't hold your breath because he tells us that all the time, and then it's like 2 hours later or maybe the next day. But I know Tommy's working on the video right now. I want to say thank you to Corey Stamper. He put on an incredibly well-run event that was very well organized, and BJ did a great job on the light, and we just very much enjoyed the event. He was very straightforward about everything, the rules, the payout, everything. You couldn't have asked for an event to go off any better than that one did. So greatly appreciate Corey Stamper and all the work that he put into this event and other events that he does. Big thank you to Darlington Dragway for hosting the event and allowing us to come race in the shutdown. That's something else down there. Big congratulations to Robert Itani, who owns the Chicken Hawk. It's a little RX-7 powered by, I think, what used to be a small block Chevy on nitrous. I think that's still what's in it. I'm not sure. But Robert ended up taking the win in small tire. I apologize. I'm not sure who won the other classes. I think KC Max won big tire, but I'm not sure. Appreciate everybody that brought gifts. I don't mention it very often, or if at all, because I don't want to get a bunch of people sending stuff. We appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but if you are going to bring gifts to the event for us, I'd like to ask politely that you guys either write down your name and your address on a post-it note and stick it to whatever it is you're dropping off, so that my wife and I can send thank you cards out, because we feel terrible for accepting gifts without saying thank you. And like this little Bigfoot monster truck up here on the shelf right there behind me, that got dropped off in the pit area, and I don't know who brought it, I don't know who left it, but you know, I want to say thank you to whoever that was. And somebody brought some license plates and brought that picture, an autographed picture of Dale Earnhardt for me, because a lot of people have figured out that I was a big Dale Earnhardt fan. So I made sure that this fellow that brought the Dale Earnhardt autographed picture, I made sure when he brought that, I had him write down his name and address and everything on the back of the picture, so that we can send him a thank you card. So, my brother Jeremy's here. He's here to look at the Suburban and the Dodge Ram truck that Billy bought. We want to start getting everything ready for Dig or Die. We're going to make another trip back down to North Carolina or South Carolina, Rockingham Dragway for Dig or Die. So when we go down there, I want to try and get that Dodge serviced. It needs oil changed. I like to get transmission fluid changed, and rear differential serviced. So Jeremy's here. He's standing here waiting on me to look at that stuff. Tomorrow I may do a video on that Dodge because very, very, very impressed with it. And a lot of people have asked, what does it get for mileage and what does the trailer weigh and all that. So I think I might do a video tomorrow specifically on the Dodge and the Cummins and how well we like the truck and any problems and concerns we've got with it. There's been a lot of comments about that, a lot of people asking. So probably do something with that tomorrow. But anyway, just want to say thank you to everybody for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. We'll get into everything in more detail about the weekend, probably tonight and tomorrow as Tommy's video comes out and Matt's video comes out. And I'm not sure how they're doing that. There's so much to deal with and so much to cover that I'm not sure how they're going to put that together just yet. But it's really good. There's a lot of good footage. There's some in-car footage of me wheeling that truck, and I had some problems. You know, I did quite a bit of testing before we left, and I thought I had a good tune-up, and I did. The problem is that when I got down there, I texted Billy, and he told me to take some boost out of it on the top end of the track. So I did that, and when I did that, I didn't realize that the change I made at one end of the boost curve affected all the boost curve ahead of it. And it basically just made a linear boost ramp from 0 to max boost. And that's not how I had anticipated running the truck. When I tested it out here on the road before we left, I had this really nice boost curve that made sure the truck was going to go down the road without white smoke in the tires. And I think had I left it in there, it probably would have gone down, but Billy didn't think it would take the amount of boost that I had in it up top. So anyway, when I changed that in the staging lanes right before first round, it took my curve out of it and it made my boost ramp a straight linear ramp, and it was way too aggressive. It smoked the tires, and I barely beat Nick first round, and I would not have had his car not shut off on him. So that was my mistake. And then of course, when I went up for second round, I had to try and guess my boost curve from what I had in it when I left the house, and I couldn't remember what the timing was and how many pounds of dome pressure I had programmed in. So I just took a wild guess at it and failed miserably on my second attempt. But I'm learning. You know, I don't intend to run that truck on a regular basis or anything like that. I just simply jumped in it this weekend because Billy was going on vacation, and I know people like to see the truck race and they like to come see us, and I thought, well, we got to take the big trailer regardless. And I thought, well, I might as well just jump in it and have a little fun. So when the video comes out, you'll see I was acting a little bit of a character in a driver's meeting. I wore my American flag helmet up there and asked a bunch of silly questions, but I was just trying to have fun, just trying to have a good time. We haven't had fun in a long time. It's been very stressful for a long time for us to go racing, and it has had an effect on everybody. It's had an effect on our program, and luckily I think that's going to get better now. Billy's still on vacation. He's at an undisclosed location. I'm not going to say where he's at because that's going to be a surprise. I think you guys are going to be really impressed by where he's at, what he's doing, and who he's doing it with. I think you're going to really enjoy that. And I think he's vlogging his vacation. So watch for that, guys. That's coming up here pretty soon. He should be back here in a week or so. And more really good stuff coming. Thank you all for watching.